And so I'm just sitting on the couch. So I don't know where you are, but I'm on the couch because I can't do certain things. So this will be a nice, easy intro into this. Okay, I think that's good there. And back to Zoom. And on there. Okay, and one more thing, one more thing. All right, so sitting comfortably. So either cross-legged on the floor on your yoga mat, or I'm sitting on my couch. You can sit in a chair for this one. We're going to do a little bit of seated yoga with some deep breathing and tapping, emotional freedom technique, and then a little meditation at the end. So I want you to sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back and down, away from your shoulders, gently closing your eyes, tucking in your chin slightly so you feel a little stretch in the back of your neck. And then you can place one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly, and then focusing on your breath. Notice, there comes Jay. Perfect. Look at that. We just started. Pause for a second, let him join. Okay, so Jay,
Yes.
hear me? Okay, so we just started. So mute yourself. We're literally just starting. So get comfy, and then nice tall spine, shoulders rolled back, close your eyes, tucking in your chin, one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly. And then I want you to focus on where you're breathing right now. So see if you notice where you're breathing in your torso. And then I can hear somebody is unmuted here. So let me take a peek. Okay. And then what I want you to do is try to lengthen your inhales and exhales just a little bit. So maybe breathing for a count of 3 or 4 in through your nose. And then slowly counting to 3 or 4, sighing out through your mouth. You can slightly close your lips, so a little bit of pursed lips like you're blowing out through a candle. Just continuing that long, deep breathing pattern. And then I want you to see if you feel that breath in both hands. So top hand over your heart and bottom hand over your belly. If you can feel those hands moving in and out as you breathe. Just keeping in mind that anytime you need to calm your mind, relieve some stress, all you have to do is close your eyes and focus on your breath. This is a meditation in itself, just breathing deeply, focusing on your breath. If you have trouble falling asleep at night, this is a really good practice to get into to help you calm down and get your body nice and relaxed to fall asleep. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Hands can relax to your lap. And then we're gonna come into a nice little neck stretch here. So again, I want you to inhale through your nose and feel yourself lengthening through your spine and your neck. So you can kind of untuck your chin as you lengthen tall. On your next exhale, I want you to turn your head looking out over your right shoulder, but you're just turning your head. So keeping the shoulders facing straight forward, so you're not turning your torso at all. And then wherever your head naturally kind of comes to a stop, make sure there's no pain or discomfort. I want you to continue that deep breathing like we just practiced. And I want you to feel that breath entering the left side of your neck. So the opposite side that we're looking or head turned. And you should have your eyes closed when you have your head turned to the right. So I want you to focus on your breath rather than looking to whatever's to the right side of you. And your choice, either breathing in and out through your nose, or you can sigh out those exhales. And then your next inhale, coming back to center. As you exhale, now turning your head, looking out over your left shoulder as far as you comfortably can go. And then just making sure that both shoulders stay relaxed away from the ears. They tend to want to hike up towards the ears. So we want to consciously bring them back down. And now as you continue to breathe deeply, you should feel that stretch on the right side of your neck. So breathing into that space. And inhaling back to center. As you exhale now, keeping the spine tall, you're just going to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. So again, you'll feel that stretch on the left side of the neck, but now we're stretching a little different part of the neck. Continuing to breathe into that space. And then next, inhale back up to center. Exhale now, left ear drops towards the left shoulder, both shoulders relaxing. You can wiggle them out to let them relax more. Breathing into that space on the right side of your neck. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds outside. I joke that I live in a tree house because my patio that's outside is surrounded by trees. There's always all sorts of birds out there. And then inhaling back to center. Exhale, shake those shoulders out even more. And then we're going to come into a little arm movement. I just have to move back so I don't knock you all over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to interlock our hands. And as you inhale, I want you to press the palms forward and then up. And if you want to look up at your hands, you can do that too. And then as you exhale, releasing the fingers and just letting those arms float down as you sigh out that breath. And then you're going to bring the hands together again, but this time you're going to interlock the fingers the opposite way. So whatever pinky finger naturally comes to the outside of your hands when you interlock the fingers, you're going to just shift the fingers over so the other pinky is on the outside. And then when we press the palms forward as you inhale and up, and we're just stretching the other hand a little deeper. And we're going to alternate back and forth with the hands interlocked. And then exhaling, arms float down. Palms together, you can bring them in front of your heart, and then interlocking your natural way, pressing forward, inhaling up. Exhaling, arms float down. Palms together, interlocking the weird way, so the other pinky's on the outside of the hands, pressing forward, inhale up. Exhale, release. And then you can bring the hands back to the lap, shake out those shoulders. We're coming to a little side stretch here now. So if you're on the floor, then your hand's just going to go on the floor. Your right hand should go on the floor outside of your hip. I'm sitting on the couch. If you're sitting on a chair, the hand can go on the side of the chair or the couch. You can even slide your hand under your thigh, depending on how you're sitting or how much room you have beside you. So whatever feels good for that right hand is down. And then we'll inhale, left arm reaching up. And as you exhale, you're going to lean over onto that right hand, keeping your bum pressing down as you reach over with that left arm. So the goal is that we're trying to reach that arm, straighten out the arm as best as you comfortably can. And then stretch out through the palm of the left hand and the fingers. So you feel stretch through the palm and the fingers. And then as you breathe, you're going to feel that stretch on the left side of your rib cage. So breathing into that space, opening up the intercostal muscles side of the rib cage. And then inhaling back to center. Exhaling that left hand down, and then that hand can plant down or slide the fingers under the left thigh. Inhaling, right arm comes up. Exhaling over to your left side, bum pressing down, reaching over with that that right arm. Stretch out through the palm and fingers as you breathe now into the right side of the rib cage. And then inhaling back upright. Exhaling that right hand down. And shake those shoulders out. And now hands on the knees. We're going to come into a little seated cat-cow. So I'll demonstrate and then we'll do it together. So as you inhale, you're going to lengthen through the spine and just tip your head back slightly. As you exhale, you're going to round your back and then tuck your chin in. So rounding your upper back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, lifting the head just slightly. Exhale, rounding the back, tuck the chin in. So a little flow for the spine. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, round it in. Do 2 more of those. Last one. And then next inhale, you're going to come back to center, shake those shoulders out one last time. And then we're going to come into a twist. So now your right hand is going to go right behind you. I don't want you leaning back on the hand. So if you're sitting on a chair, move up so that you're not resting on the back of the chair or the couch. And then the right hand right behind you, keeping your spine nice and tall. You can also, if you don't have any room, depending on where you're sitting, I've got very little room unless if I kind of fall off the couch here. So you can even put the back of your hand just on your low back. So whatever feels good for that right hand. And then your left hand is going to be on to that right knee. Inhaling here to lengthen nice and tall. And as you exhale, you're gently going to start to twist your torso and your head now to the right side. And don't force yourself into the twist, just let your breath guide you. Eyes can be closed again. Inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale, see if we can twist just a little bit more. And maybe seeing if you can turn your head to look out that right shoulder a little more. Eyes are closed. And then I want you to focus and feel that breath. So every inhale, feeling it from the low back, moving up the spine, even into the shoulders. And as you exhale, feeling that breath move back down your spine. Take one more deep breath here. And then inhaling back to center, bring that right hand forward, shoulders can shake out. And now left hand right behind you or on your low back, right hand on the left knee. Inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale, gently twisting to your left. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more. Head can turn to look over the left shoulder, eyes closed. And then feeling that breath moving up and down your spine. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, shoulders can shake out one last time. And then we're going to come into a forward bend. Now, depending on how you're I won't be able to do it with my setup here. So I'll demonstrate it, or I'll talk you through it because I can't demonstrate it. So if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, what you're just going to do is put your fingertips out in front of you and then slowly start to walk your hands out as far as you comfortably can, and then just let your head relax, and you're going to breathe deeply into your back. If you're sitting in a chair with your feet on the ground, then I might be able to kind of do this one. Have your hands on your thighs and then start to slide your hands down towards your knees, and then keep sliding all the way down towards your ankles. So you get to a point where your belly is resting on your thighs, and then just letting your head completely relax. So I really can't do either of those, so I'm just going to fake it. So whatever feels good, you're just sliding forward somehow, letting your head relax. And then giving your head a little gentle shake, a little no shake, a little yes shake. Letting the neck relax. As you're breathing deeply, keep looking for my phone to see what time it is, forgetting that I have the phone recording me, so I gotta go to my computer. Can't see the time because something's blocking it. Can I see the time if I do this? Okay, all right, perfect. And then you always want to come up nice and slow out of a forward bend. So as you inhale, you kind of come up halfway. And then as you exhale, coming up the rest of the way. And this would be a perfect time to take some water if you have. And then we're going to do a little tapping sequence. So now you can get a little more comfy if you want to even change where you are sitting. Grab a pillow or a blanket or anything like that. Do that. I'm going to actually lean back now and on couch. And we're going to do tapping. So I want you to, again, close your eyes to start off. We're going to do a couple or 3 deep breaths. So inhaling through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh. And then one last time. And then if you want to open your eyes for this next point, I'm just going to quickly demonstrate the tapping points. So we're going to start with the eyebrow point. So just where the eyebrow begins, like at the bridge of your nose. And with 1 or 2 fingertips, you're gently tapping there. You can always just press on the point as well. Second point is the side of the eye, so the outer eye. And just, it's kind of like the top of the cheekbone, so you'll feel a little divot there. And then under the eye, if you're wearing glasses, just under your frames there. Under the nose, chin, and then collarbone. Now you can move to 4 fingertips for the rest of the body because it's a larger space. So just tapping on the collarbone. And then the next one is under the armpit. So if you were to spread out your fingers, placing the thumb in the armpit and then letting the rest of the fingers just come to the rib cage, you're going to feel where that pinky finger is. And in that area with the 4 fingers, you're going to tap on that point. And I just see a spider that's crawling up my iPad right now. He's a little guy, but he's crawling around the whole thing. Okay, and then the last one is top of the head. So those are all the points. And it doesn't matter which hand you use to tap. I'm right-handed, so I generally start with my right hand. And then on the next round, I'll do the left hand on the left side. You can do one or the other. You can do both at the same time, or you can alternate. Doesn't really matter how you do it, just whatever naturally happens for you is your way to do it. Okay, so we're going to start with the eyebrow point. So tapping or pressing on the eyebrow point, repeating after me out loud if you can, otherwise in your head is fine. Just for today, I let go of all worries. Side of the eye. Just for today, I let go of all fear. Under the eye. Just for today, I let go of all anger. Under the nose. Just for today, I show compassion to myself and others. Chin. Just for today, I live and love honestly. And then with 4 fingertips. Just for today, I'm thankful for my friends and family. And then under the arm, so side of the rib cage. Just for today, I'm grateful for my many gifts and blessings. And then top of the head. Just for today, I let go of all tension in my body. And then you can release your hands to your lap. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. So that's the first round. We're going to do a second round. So if you wanted to try the other hand, you can. If you want to try both sides at the same time, you can do that. Or just continuing with the same hand. But back to the eyebrow point. Just for today, I let go of all worries. Side of the eye. Just for today, I let go of all fear. Under the eye. Just for today, I let go of all anger. Under the nose. Just for today, I show compassion to myself and others. Chin. Just for today, I live and love honestly. Collarbone. Just for today, I'm thankful for my friends and family. Under the arm, side of the rib cage. Just for today, I'm grateful for my many gifts and blessings. Top of the head. Just for today, I let go of all tension in my body. And then you can release your hands to your lap. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. And then with your eyes closed, I just want you to feel into your body. See if you notice any sensations right now. So you might feel tingly, you might feel light, almost like you're floating. You might feel goosebumps, you might feel heat or cold. You might be yawning. You might feel like giggling. There's so many little things that you might feel when you're tapping, especially when you do a longer session. This is just a short little meditation one, but the longer you tap for, you might notice all sorts of different sensations. Okay, and so if you want to share with me afterwards what you felt, that would be great. But we're going to go into our little final reading here. So while I was about to shuffle the cards, one card flew out, which is called Truth. So again, you can just close your eyes, relax here, and I'll read from the book. So this is my soul coaching guidebook here. Find your truth. Be honest with yourself and speak your heart. Walk your talk and follow your inner guidance in all activities. You are the truth. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is knowing what that is. There's a place inside of you that always knows what's true for you and what isn't. Sometimes it takes sincere silence and deep stillness to find that voice, but once you do discover it, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Release relationships and don't empower you and situations in which you find yourself being less than honest for fear of being judged or not accepted. Miracles follow when you take the time to be genuine. And if you want to repeat this affirmation to yourself, it is, I live my truth. I live my truth. And then whenever you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently opening your eyes. And then you can let me know how you feel. So I'm just getting off of my live broadcast, and I'll tell you in 1 second when you can unmute yourselves.